Hi all. Welcome to MSc Technologies. Today class we are going to discuss about the Jmeter. First let me explain what is Jmeter. Jmeter is Apache tool actually. Okay? It is a open source performance testing tool written in Java. Through Java they have developed this Apache Jmeter. It is used to test the functionality, behavior, and performance of web applications, API, databases, and other services. For example, if you want to do the performance testing in what? But example, we created one application. Okay, I want to check the functionality of that application, how it is behaving for the 100 users. If I increase the users to 100 to 1000, how it is behaving. That kind of load we can create on the application and we can do the testing of this application. This performance testing we can do for web applications along with the API database also we can do. Okay, this is the mainly used to do the performance kind of things. That's why we can create a multiple user instances, then we can check the application. Okay. Now we are very clear. Jmeter is a performance tool where we can create a load to test a application. How you create me? But example, if you want to create if you want to log in one application at a time with 1000 users, then that kind of 1000 users we can create and we can able to log in the application at a time. That kind of access we can do. But before doing these actions, first what we need to do, we have to install. First we do installation. Then we'll see the one sample API testing we do on Jmeter. If you want to install Jmeter, first we have to install a Java. Already we have installed Java for the to test the Jmeter. Not Jmeter, we have done for a Jenkins purpose, right? For Jenkins purpose, already we have installed. Same manner you can install. But anyway, let me show what is the procedure we need to follow. Just you can go through, go with the openlogic.com. This is a website where we can download a Java. Here we have a different versions you can see. If you want to select a particular version, you can select 22 to anything. Here we need to install for Windows, right? Let's come down. See Windows we have here. This pop-up is coming. Okay, now in Windows, what we need to do? We can download the any one file, .msi zip file also. Let me download a .msi. It is still downloading. Let it download. Now you can see it is downloaded. Okay, this is a .ms. What is that file extension? Let me show you. MSI. Okay, .msi mean it is a single file. Just you need to do double click on it. Just you have to do the next and again then you have to install. Okay, but here already I have installed. I am not able to install again. Okay, but what you need to do, just to do the double click on downloaded file, do next and you can finish the installation. Now I have installed. If you want to make sure whether it is installed or not, what you need to do, just you need to run a Java --- version. Okay, now you can see if it is coming like this, means Java is installed in my system. What is the next step? Let's see. Next step is link to download Jmeter. Let me open this link. MSC sorry. Yeah, it's fine. Come here. You can come to this website. Okay. Just come down. Okay. Here we have some binary files. Okay. You can download anyone. No issue. I'm going to download this first one. You can select path wherever you want. I'm giving a download path here. It is downloaded. Now let me go to downloaded folder. You can see here it is downloaded. This is the zip file answer. Okay. Usually what happens, it will download a one zip file. What we need to do, we have to unzip this zip file. Okay, now unzip is done. After unzip, what you can do, you can select this folder or you can copy. Then you can keep wherever you want in your system. But I want to keep in the learning Jmeter. Okay. This folder I am going to paste in. Okay, usually if you download, right, what happens? It will download a zip file which contains all the Jmeter related files. You have to unzip, then one folder will come. Okay, this folder we can copy wherever you want in the your system. But here I am copying in there is a separate folder learning Jmeter. I'm putting here. Let me open. If you open this folder, right, it will come like this. These are all the files available. Here, if you want to start Jmeter, just go to bin. Okay. Then you have to open the command prompt in this path. Okay. If you check the project working there, you can see very clearly learning Jmeter, where I put this file folder, right? Inside the folder, we have a bin folder. Inside the bin folder, we have a Jmeter. Just to click on this. Okay, now you can see it will open a Jmeter application. You can see this is the Jmeter. It is open now. Okay, this is Jmeter application. Here we can do the operations. Okay, before going to do operation, we have let me make sure what is the procedure we have done. Okay, first what we need to do, we have to download a zip file, zip folder. For example, this is the zip folder. After unzip, we will get a normal folder. This normal folder we can save wherever you want. Okay, otherwise you can keep in the here also. But where I am putting the learning Jmeter in this folder. Okay. Here also, if you open this folder, there is a one folder is the bin. Inside the bin, we have there is one folder file. You can see here Jmeter. This is the Windows batch file. Okay. This is normal text. If you run this file, what happened? It will launch the Jmeter. What is the command to launch mean? Just you have to open the terminal on the same path. Just to run a Jmeter. Okay. Now what I am going to do? I am closing it. Then automatically it will close the Jmeter also. Now again I am opening. If I give the Jmeter here, it is not able to recognize because this path is different. Now we are in a user state. If you go to this path, this path learning Jmeter, this folder bin. If launch Jmeter from this path, right, then only it can able to identify. Okay. For example, if you want to launch the Jmeter anywhere from the system, okay, then what is the approach we need to do? I will show you. First, first part is completed, downloading Java. Second is the downloading Java and Jmeter and installation completed. Third one is, if you want to launch Jmeter anywhere from the system, we have to add that path into the environment variable. What is the procedure? I will show you. Okay. Add Jmeter bin path to environment variable path like below to access anywhere in the system. If you are using a Mac, this is the approach we have to do. Okay. If it doesn't work, you can follow this approach. Okay. To store the permanently this path into the system environment variable. If it is a Windows mean, what we need to do, we have to use this command. Okay. First, let me find the path for this bin. This is the path I have selected. How do you select? Okay, go down to navigate to bin folder, then click on this. There is a bar right here, path bar, just to be single. Then Control C. Okay, here I am replacing this path. That's all. This command we have to run in the Windows console. This console we need to run. Okay. Now what we have done? There is an environment variable in the Windows system path. In that path, I have added my bin path of the JMeter. Now let me try to launch JMeter from this path. Okay. Let me close this window and reopen. Then only it may recognize. Okay. Now we have added permanently. I have closed terminal. Let me reopen. Because to effect the changes, we need to reopen. Now we are in the different path. In this path, we don't have any bin path. Even though we can able to launch. Now you can see it is launching the JMeter. Because we have added the JMeter path, bin path in the environment variable. That's why now we can able to access anywhere in the system. Okay. Now let me explain this one. Okay. You will see this window once you launch the JMeter. Okay. Initially it will come as a test plan. You can see test plan means which contains a set of test cases. Okay. Initially what we need to do, we have to create one of the thread actually. Thread will contain a set of rules for a single test cases. We can consider like that. Okay? Now thread mean come to thread group. A test plan mean it is a set of test cases. You can consider thread group is a one test case like that. Here I am going to create a one test case thread group. Thread group is nothing but a collection of validations, test results, test case. All these details we can keep in a thread group. Let me click on the thread. Okay, this is a thread group. You can change the name also. But example, I want to validate API, right? API validation. Sample API I want to validate. Okay. Now, here if you see thread properties. Okay. Thread properties mean, but example, number of threads. Thread 1 mean it is a single user. But example, we are doing the performance testing. I want to test this application with 100 users, mean we can give 100. Okay. Next, ramp up period. Okay, ramp up period mean what? I will show you. Okay. Now, in this document, I have given all the details. Okay. Test plan means test plan describes the series of steps in a JMeter will execute when run. That means it's nothing but you can consider test case. Okay. Thread group mean what? Thread group is a collection of threads. Each thread represent one user using the application under test. Now, in the thread group also we have different properties. But example, number of threads mean What does it mean? Represent the number of virtual users. For example, I want to test with 1,000 users mean you can give the 1,000. If you want 10 users mean you can give 10. Okay. That's much load we can create on the application based on the event thread. Next is a ramp up period. What it's mean time in seconds Jmeter will take to start all the threads. Example, if you have 10 threads and ramp up period you given it 10 seconds, Jmeter will start one thread for 1 second. That's the load I want to create, right? But example here, if you give 1 second me, this 100 users we have, right? 100 users will start a single test case within a 1 second. For example, if I give 10 me, 100 users will run these test cases. That's mean 100 test cases will run with the 10 seconds, within 10 seconds. Next, we have another one. This also let me show you. Okay. We are clear, right? Ramp up period means how much time it has to run the given threads. But example, if you go 100 threads with the 10 mean within 10 seconds, the 100 test cases has to execute. That is the load we are giving. Okay. Next, loop count we'll see. Okay. Loop count means number of times each thread user will execute the test plan. Okay. That's mean it's very simple. But example, we have 100 users here. If it is you are giving the loop count 1 mean each user will execute a 1 time. If I give 2 mean each user will execute a 2 times. That's mean total how many times this test suite will execute? 200 times. Okay, we have 100 users. If you give 2 mean each user 2 times. Total will be 200. If I give 3 mean 300. Like this we can put the load on the system to validate it. Okay. Here the duration also we can give specify thread lifetime. But example, we have 100 test cases, 100 users. I want to run in 10 seconds. Okay. Then 1. Okay. Duration, total duration, how much you want to give, you can give. Within the duration, if it doesn't take, run, it will fail. That is the duration sequence also. The duration, it sets a time limit for how long the thread group will run. Even if the for loop count is set to infinity, the thread will stop after the specified duration. That's means 100 test case I want to run with 100 users. Within a 10 seconds I want to run. If it is taking beyond that, I want to make it fail or I want to stop. That kind of operation we can. Okay. Here startup delay. Startup delay means it's very simple. But example, you have multiple thread groups. Before starting each thread group, I want to wait 10 seconds. If that is my requirement, here I can mention it. If I give 10 minutes, what happen? If we start this thread, it will wait 10 seconds, then only it will start. Sometimes if you want to load some data or to get a particular setup, we need to wait some time. Then we'll give a time delay also here. Okay. But as of now, let me give only one for testing purpose. Okay. Okay, validation group also I have. This is also over. Okay. Next, what we need to do, but example, this is the setup details. I want to run these many threads, these many within seconds, this many loops like this. This kind of setup after doing what you can do, we have to we have to send one request to the API. To send a API request, what we need to do? Right click on thread group, add sampler. You can go sampler. Sampler will provide a different kind of request. If you want to do API related one, just to go to the HTTP request. Okay. Here also you can change the name. Get details. That is up to you. The naming conversion, whatever you want to do. Okay. Here we have to provide this API details. But example, I have an API. Let me show you. For example, this is the API I have. Okay, this is the response for this API. Okay, then these are the commands which Jmeter me, which will return the path where the Jmeter is stored or where Jmeter is installed. Jmeter -v means it's written a version of the Jmeter. Now this is the API. The method is get. Okay, then what is the how we can pass these values to the Jmeter? We'll see now. Okay. Come to here. Okay, we can see here protocol is there, right? In the protocol session, we have to mention the HTTP. Okay, then this URL we have to segregate in different parts. HTTPS. This value where we have to give in the protocol section. Okay, next we have a server name or IP. Here what we have to give this domain. Okay, server IP name is till this part from here to here. This part we have to give in a server name or IP. This is the second part. Remaining under we have to specify in a this path. This is up to you. Okay, if you are doing the get operation, you can select get. If it is post, you can select a post. Now we are doing the get operation, right? Let me select a get. Okay, let me explain one more time. If you have any URL for API, how we have to segregate me protocol, we have to specify here domain name and server. This means base URL you have to provide here. Then this is the URI. You can consider as a URI. We have to give in a path. Then we have to select a HTTP request. Okay, that's all. Then you can save this one. Just click on the save. It will ask where you want to save this file. Okay. Then what you can do, I want to store in a this path, the Jmeter path only. Let me find this Jmeter path. D learning Jmeter. This name also you can change. This is API testing, right? API validation and testing, anything is fine. Okay. Sure. The file extensively will be always JMX. Then save it. Okay. Now if I run this API, right? I'm seeing one issue. Let me go ahead and start to do. Means invalid duration 0 seconds in thread. Okay, let me go for thread. Okay, here we have selected this checkbox, right? Specify thread lifetime. Okay, for testing purpose, we know it to you. Let me ignore it. Now you can see it is RAM. But these results and all we cannot see. If we send these results, we cannot see. If you want to see the results, we have an option in the listeners. Okay, in the inside a thread group, we have a listeners. How do you go? For example, this is a thread group. That is nothing but a one test case you can consider. Here we have provided all our testing related details, API details. Okay. Now if you run the results also, if you want to see, then what we can do, we have to go to the thread group, right click, add listeners. Okay. We have many listeners, but you can select a view results tree. View results tree. Now let me run this test case. Just to do, click on this start button. You can see here, get details. Okay. Here you can see the complete details of the execution. If you want to see the request, what kind of request we have given. This is the get request, get data, no cookies, response data. This is the response. Okay, same response only. Okay, whatever we are seeing in the UI, right? Same response we got here also. Okay. Now we are very clear. Okay, how to give the API, how to provide API details in a HTTP request. Next, if you want to get a result, this is the approach. Now I want to validate these results also. But usually what kind of validations we do for API? Response status code will validate along with the response data also. Now let me validate the response status code. If you want to validate a response status code, whether it is expected or not for this API, what is approach? We have to go to the thread group, right click, add assertions. Okay, we have some assertions to validate a response. Okay, response asserted. Response assertion means what it should do? Just it will validate a response. Just do click on here. This is a response assertion. Okay. Here response code I want to validate. If you want to validate response text, this one first one. What is our purpose? Response code, right? Select the response. Second one. Then I want to match or equals any kind of validations you can do. Okay. I want to match value. Then if you want to give a value, okay, here we have add button. Just to single click on this add button. Okay, the expected response status code will be 200. I'm giving the 200. If it is not the 200, it will fail automatically. Okay, now what we need to do? If you want to validate a response status code, we have to go to the thread group. You have to go right click, add assertions, response assertion. We have to click here. Then we can select the response status code, second checkbox. Then you can use equals or substring, contains, anything. I'm selected match. Then you have to click on add button. We can give the value. My expected response status code is 200. If it is not the 200, it will fail. Now let me run this. Now run is completed. You can come here. This is the success you can see. Okay, second one. If you want to make sure latest run is success or not, if you want to remove the old results, right? But example, two runs are there. These two, if you want to remove, you can go here and okay. If you want to clear selected one, you can select this one. Second one means it will clear all the results. Okay, now there is no results. You can see. Again, I am running. Now it's we got the latest one. You can see. If it's a green mean it is success, no issue. Now let me make it fail intentionally. Apart from 200 mean it will default value, right? It will pass. Now I'm giving the 202. Okay. Now let's see what happened. Let's go to the results. Let me clear all the results. Let me run. Now you can see it is in the red. Red means the API got failed. If you want to see why it is failed, mean okay, you can elaborate these results. Below you can see response asserted. This is got failed. If you select this one, you can see very clearly. Ascertain failure message. Test failed. Code expected to match 202. We are expecting 202, but we got a 200. That's why it got failed. You can see it as. Let me change it to 200. View results. Let me rerun again. Check why it is failed. Let me check. Let me clear all the results and let me run away. Get details. Response system. Maybe failed test failed code expected match. Maybe I have not given a value properly. Let me delete and re-add again. Okay. Now let me run. Now you can see, okay. What was the issue mean? Let me show you. Okay, this 200 we have given the in next line actually. Now if you see it is in the starting. Okay, this also you have to take care. We don't give any extra values. Okay, next what we need to do in the coming to results, right? This is the response data. Now I want to validate a response data also. What is the response data I want to validate? From this response, I want to validate this name. Okay, name is a blue top. Whether it is a blue top or not, I want. That is my test case. Okay. Then what is the approach? I will show. Come to the thread group, right click, add. Okay, we have to go to assertions, JSON assertion because our response in the JSON format, right? That's why JSON assertion we have to select. Now here what we need to do. But example, let me show the results. Results is like this. The response data is like this. Okay. From here, if you want to access this response, what is the first approach? Assertion. Assert JSON path exists. Here, what we need to first we have to give the dollar to get a response. Then we have to give the dot. Then we have to specify the key. Okay. Now in this response completely we have stored in a dollar. Okay, but this name where we have inside a product keys. That's why we have to select this products. Okay, dollar mean complete response. Dot mean we are referring the particular key from that complete response. Okay. Now we are going into products. Now inside products what it's contain? Products contain again list. Okay. List in the first value only we have a blue term. Okay. From the first value, how do we access from a list? List of 0. Now we are inside this list. Again, this list contains a dictionary. List 0 means list 0 contains a dictionary. From this dictionary, if you want to access a name value, if you want to get a name value, what is the approach? Okay, dot. Okay, products of 0 mean it is a dictionary of name. That's all. Now it will fetch the value from name from this response. Now you can here you can mention a response value also. Okay. You can select this checkbox to enter any value here. So what is expected value? Our expected value is blue top. Blue top. Let me do blue top. This is the response data I want to validate. Okay. From the response, I want to validate a name value should be blue top. Okay. This formation is very important. Okay. Dollar mean it's get a complete JSON data, response JSON data. Dot mean from that JSON, complete JSON, we are referring the key. Key is the product. Inside these products, the value will be list. Inside the list, the name is contained in a 0 value. Inside the 0, it's contained in a dictionary again. Dictionary dot name. Okay. Now let me run it. Let me clear the previous results. Now completely it is passed. Okay. Response status also it is satisfied 200. Response name also it is satisfied. If you want to validate, let me give some other value. Top 89. Now let me run away. Let me clear the previous results. Now you can see it is failed. Where it is failed, JSON asserted. Why it is failed, you can see. Expected is blue top 89, but did not match with the blue top. Okay, we got a blue top, but expected value is top 18. That's why it got failed. Like this, we can able to validate a response data. Okay. Now this is second time it ran successfully after changing the correct value. This is how we can do API validations. for multiple users if you want to do, right? Then what do you need to do? Come to this group thread, right? Here I am giving the 5 users. That's mean it will check the with the 5 users. The ramp up period also I'm giving the 5. 5 will within a 5 seconds. Okay, it's take person. Infinity it is not required. Okay. Now let me run and show you. See, it is running one by one. 5 runs completed because I given a 5. Now let me clear all the results. Now these also let me give 1 second. Let me try. Now let me run how it will go the execution. See, the execution is very fast compared to last because we have given a time only 1 second for 5 users. 5 users means 5 test cases. Now let me give 50. Now let me check how it's for the execution. See, at a time it's there 50. Okay, now let me clear it. Now let me give this some delay. Here apart from that's mean 50 test cases it ran within a second, 1 second. Now I'm giving the 5 seconds. Then you can see the delay. See, now it's going slowly. Still it is execution. Execution is still there. Okay. Now come to here. Here mean loop count. Okay. But example, how much time it has to take for the each execution we can specify here. Let me give 2. Yeah, now it is, you can see it is going very much fast. Okay. This is how we can put a load on a application to check the performance testing. Okay. Hope you understood how to start a Jmeter, how to install a Jmeter, how to start a testing with the API for some basic kind of testing. Okay. Next two classes we cover the more options. Okay. This is a very basic about a Jmeter. Okay, that's all. Hope you understood very well. We'll meet next class. Bye all.